Okay, so biblically speaking, what went wrong? Creation was wonderful, God was happy, human beings were happy, but something went wrong. What went wrong? Well, Adam and Eve basically decided that they were going to be their own gods. And they revolted against God's rule or reign over them. They rejected his kingdom. And as a result, the warning that God gave them came true. And they became mortal. They were sent out of the garden to make their way in the world as they saw fit. This was God's response to humanity's revolt against him. He let them go their own way. He let them do what they wanted to do, and to see how that worked out. And so, sin, which is bandied about all the time in religious circles, is not slipping on the proverbial apple peel. It's not being imperfect. Sin is at its heart the rejection and defiance of our Creator. And that shapes how the world has proceeded for thousands and thousands of years. That sin causes humanity to make a mess out of themselves and the world in which we live. We know the world is a mess, and what happens in most societies and in most stories is they take the symptoms of the problems and they try to make them the root problem. And when you're addressing the wrong problem, you're not going to be able to solve the real, source of all the trouble in the world. And humanity has constantly chased down the symptoms of the problem, the symptoms of sin, sins collectively, and have substituted that for the root issue, the ground root problem, the whole nature of sin, which is the rebellion against God. And what happens next in the Bible is God turns human beings loose in the world to pursue the course of action that they want to pursue, and they ruin the world, and he makes a promise that he's going to come to the rescue. So I hope you'll join me for Genesis 4 through 11, where we see the progression of sin in the world and the problems it creates, so we can understand why God sees things the way he does and why to save it, he does what he does. Join me again. This is Corbin. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.